Grigamain.
Gotta get those levels right.
I'm a Sigmain. I go out. I don't even.
Here we go.
Man, swear.
Oh, fuck, blew it. Ready?
Man, swear. I mean, man, swear.
This time. Third time lucky. Go.
Man, swear.
Oi,
G'day, mate.
Porker kills Smelly. Wow.
That's my alias name.
What was
Who
my
you?
name in Raro?
How are you, mate? What was your name in Raro?
Little Podge.
Lil Podge. How you feeling, mate? How's your health? Start off with the old health checks. How's your physical health today?
Shit.
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, I just haven't quite got back on the bandwagon after Raro.
Oh. What do you mean? Have you just still eating and drinking like you're on holiday?
The eating fiesta just continues,
No.
eh?
See, I went the complete opposite, man. I came home and I've been healthy as fuck, apart from a little bit of alcohol, which I started drinking on Thursday. But yeah, I fasted on the Monday, fasted for 24 hours, and then just eating full paleo every day this week. It's been good. I needed to. Still fat, but motivated, man, on the motos and the moats.
That's good. I've going to try a paleo subscription service.
Oh.
10 meals a week. They deliver to your door.
Oh.
Pre-made. Primal Kitchen.
Yep, another one. That's cool.
Sophie's like, cool. Like, she just have to cook for me. So try that out. See how we go.
Is she going to have to cook 2 meals?
No. I mean, she doesn't have to cook for me. Because
she doesn't have to cook for you.
Eat these
Nice.
only. Yeah, how's your flat, bro, mate?
Flat, it's brimming. It's brimming with flatness. So physical health, not the greatest for you?
Yeah.
And how's the mental? How's upstairs?
Good. Except
good.
for still can't find a fucking house to buy. But that's first world problem. But
yeah,
apart from that, yeah, all good, man.
Nice.
Really, yeah, just digesting what was a pretty great trip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Those cunts got skunk part 2.
Did we get skunked though?
No, but I think it's a good title.
Do you?
Yeah.
We
We got a little skunked.
got a little bit skunked, really.
We got skunked for the middle part.
Yeah, and the start wasn't amazing.
No.
And the end wasn't like pumping.
Well, it was pumping, but it just wasn't very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you call 2 to 3 foot pumping? I suppose you do.
I mean, it was pretty perfect.
I'd call it more fun than pumping. But yeah. Are we jumping straight in, or do we need to go through a few things first?
I don't know. I just call pumping if it's like churning out good barrels consistently. That's what I like, and it's like good barrels. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. We'll dissect it. I reckon the title of this one should be the Raro Wrap Up.
Raro Wrap Up.
Raro Wrap Up. Good alliteration there.
Yeah. Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah. Well, where do we start, mate? It was a freaking awesome trip.
I'll start from the very start, okay?
Okay.
Addison and I left home
Oh.
Left Greymouth with adequate time, more than enough time to get to Christchurch.
Can we pull it back just a little bit though?
Yes.
Because what you told me is you had not done any packing at all, like no planning or preparation
Correct.
at all until an hour and a half before you had to depart Cobbo.
This is true.
Okay, so yeah, let's start with that. So absolutely no preparation.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Addison had done her packing the night before.
Nice.
And me being a typical loser man, I just like to give myself about an hour and a half, even before an international trip, where I just chuck my clothes in the suitcase and I grab a backpack, grab a bodyboard bag, as long as I've got all my board gear, leashes, flippers, wetty, boards. Got my backpack, got everything in there, everything I thought that I needed. Looking back, I probably should have written a list because my brain hasn't really been firing on all cylinders lately, especially with just work being super stressy. I'm like, my brain hasn't been able to retain much stuff. So thinking back, probably should have packed a little bit better, prepared a little bit better.
So what happened?
So what happened was we get to about Otira. So for those of you who don't know, this is heading from Greymouth to Christchurch, and Otira is about 50 minutes drive from Greymouth on the way to Christchurch. I get to Otira, and I've got my headphones on, listening to music, and Addison's got her little earbuds in, and it just this panicky thought just enters my brain, and it's one word: passports. I had forgotten the fucking passports. So I look over at Addison, I go, passports! Like that. She looks at me as though, no. And I go, yes, I left them at home. And she's like, no. So instantly pull over, do a Yui, and then it's headphones off, and we're just starting to think, okay, what are we going to do? What's the time? How much time have we got left? Okay, we'll ring up Uncle Boyd. Okay, so I rang up Boydo, and I was like, Boydo, could you told him what was going on? He's like, oh, you fucking drones. and then so I'm pretty pleased, Boydo. Can you go to my house, grab the passports, and just start driving towards Christchurch? We'll probably catch up with you in Kamara, and that's exactly where we caught up with him. Was just before the Straits in Kamara. So thankfully, Boyd saved like an extra 40 minutes on the trip. Really, he actually saved our asses, because then we managed to get to Christchurch just in time to check in. That was another fuck up. And then, of course, I get that all went okay. Another fuck up for me was I assumed that my dad wasn't working that day, but he was working. And so I would arrange for him to get my car.
Yeah.
So I had to, this is another fuck I haven't told you about. So I parked in the short stay car park, right? and I had my key.
Wait. Can I ask a question? Was it on the, that building, right? The parking building there? Was that the one that you parked in, the parking building?
No, it was in the lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Not too bad. Right, okay. Yeah.
So I was in the short stay, the orange sign, and I sent my father like photos of where I left the keys, which was in my brake little wee shocky little wee thing, in the wheels. I sent him a photo of my car. I sent him a photo of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Found out later that he went to get the car that night, thought that my car was green because he doesn't know how to work his phone, so he didn't check any of his messages or any of his photos. So he just went to some random car park, thought my car was a green Subaru, and proceeded to look into all the wheels for the keys on a different car.
Oh.
Even though I'd given him all the information, number plate and everything. And he said, "Oh, I had a similar number plate of yours." It was pissing down with rain too when he was trying to get the car. So I'm just picturing my dad just like pissing down with rain, trying to find my car. Eventually he went to the right place, found the car, blah, blah, blah. So that was all good. So yeah, get to the airport and we check in and yeah, we fly up to, because you're on a different flight from the Christchurch to Auckland. You're on a later one by about an hour or something, eh?
Wasn't there a blowout with the planes or your baggage or something? Or was that when we came home?
That was when we came home. Yeah,
we'll save
get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah, that can be at the end of the chats. But then what about yourself? Because me and Addison get to Auckland. We stay the night in Auckland. Then we get up super early. Horrible times, eh? I don't know why those flights to Raro are so terrible.
I don't know why they do that.
Why do they do that? Why can't they just do it at something like 9 a.m. or something? Or, why does it have to be 4 a.m. leaving New Zealand? And then when you come back from Raro, it's 2 a.m. Raro time.
I'll have some explanation, but it's just hideous.
Makes no sense, bro.
Yeah.
So we get to the airport and we were a little bit stressing out. We thought we had a good amount of time, but always forget about how long it takes to go through customs,
Yeah.
And we get to customs and it takes an age, eh? So we're walking through the whole thing and I was looking around and Addison was like, "Where's Hodgo? Where's his family?" I was like, "I don't know. They must be there before us." And then we get to our gate with probably only 10 minutes left. And you're nowhere to be found, mate. What happened with you? You got to the to customs quite late, eh?
Not really. I think that Auckland airport's just fucked, mate. Have you seen the reports?
No.
Have you seen that there was news reports about it the whole week around Raro about people fainting in the customs? Yeah, just massive delays, like 2 hours to clear customs. It shouldn't take you 2 hours to clear customs. That's just crazy. Yeah, so what time? What time was our? Was it 5:30?
Yeah, something like that.
5:30. Yeah. I think no, it was 6. Let me just look it up. Oh fuck it! It was 5:30 or 6, right?
Yeah, I think it was earlier than that. It felt like it was like 4 or 4:30, but anyway.
No, it wasn't because we had to be up. We had to be. So we woke up at 4.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because I decided that we were going to stay at the Novotel, the one right in the airport there. Right in the international terminal. It's like literally there. So we stayed there, and we got up at. So the flight time was 6, and I said to Sophie, I said, "Right, let's get up at 4." And then that gives us, 10, 20 minutes to get just brush teeth and go out the door. And then we'll bag drop and then go through customs. And usually, I've flown a million places, customs for an international thing only takes half an hour if you're lucky.
Yeah.
If you're unlucky, I mean, it's not, not too bad. I've never been through anything like it as what happened that morning. And so we must get up to customs at about 5, maybe, about 5 or maybe a little bit earlier. We stood there. The line is there was no air conditioning on. There were just thousands of people in there. It was just completely packed. There were kids just losing it. And because we had a young child and we can't go through the express thing, the express passport thing.
True.
They made us go down the family one, and they only had, for most of the time we were in the line, they only had one person at the passport booth.
What the hell?
For thousands and thousands of people.
Fucked.
It was fucked, bro. And I could see people just melting, melting, trying to control their kids. And then maybe with we were nearly at the end of the line, some fuckwit from customs comes sauntering over and jumps in his booth, and it starts speeding up a little bit.
Oh, finally. Yeah.
And so I'd seen some reports where like people like just it took us over an hour to go through passport control and biosecurity.
Jesus
That's fucking wrong, man.
Mm.
So you must have gone through customs quite early at like 4:30, like 5 o'clock or something.
Yeah,
Was
it
it
was-
pretty quiet? Was it?
No, it was still pretty busy.
Yeah.
We were stressing. We were like, fuck, this is going to take ages. And then, we got to the gate, and then we sat down for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then they started saying, yep, boarding, we're boarding soon. And you hadn't turned up yet.
You text me and you were like, we're getting on. And I was like, I had to text you and be like, just so you're kidding, right?
Yeah. Nah, we were pretty much about to jump on, but yeah, you made it. So that was cool.
We didn't do any running or anything like that. We just
No.
calmly walked there, and I said to Sophie, I said, we'll be fine. We'll just be like last call.
Yeah.
But that's fucking insane. I think it probably took maybe an hour and 15 minutes, I would say, to get
horrible.
through. And it's because we had a kid.
Isn't customs a fucking horrible, scary thing, eh? I don't like it.
But I've been through a lot of airports around the world, and I've never seen anything worse than Auckland Airport. So last year when we came back from Raro, we waited for like 45 minutes for our bags to come, maybe longer. Customs wasn't that bad, but this year I've never seen anything worse than the Auckland Airport. And I've been in some shithole airports around the world, and I've never seen anything worse than that. But it was sick, like, because we sat up front of the plane in the premium economy.
Oh yes, you needed some. You ordered some extra leg room, I believe.
This leg room.
We
were in mint, actually.
We're in the what is it? It's just a little bit of extra leg room. That's the only difference.
That was it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I don't know.
It's pretty good.
It was only like it only cost an extra like $40. It was worth it. The leg room's great, but what was sick is that when we got to Raro, we arrived at lunchtime, and we were right at the front, so we were the first through customs. It took like 5 minutes to go through customs. We were out the door, and then literally out the door, grabbed the trolley, got our rental car in the airport, and then just cruised down to Socials. And I was pedaling out at Socials maybe half an hour after I got off the plane.
Yeah.
But yes.
So it
was good too. Good Socials. Fun.
As I was alluded to in the previous podcast, I was a little bit worried about the customs at Raro, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit worried. So for all you listeners out there, I know you would have been very worried about me.
I wonder if Joel was right.
Got through customs okay, but it was stressy. I was still peeking out.
You're sweating.
I hadn't told Addison anything because I didn't want her to freak out too.
Yeah.
So I me and her lined up, and this guy, I think we chose the grumpiest old guy there, Raro guy, because like he turned my card around. He's like, where are you staying? I was like, I don't actually know. It's just an Airbnb in Muri. And he's like, nah, need more details than that. I was like, fuck, okay. So I found the address of my Airbnb, and then he's like, well, what's the contact phone number? I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if he's got one. He's like, it's a guy called Eddie. And he's like, yeah, there's lots of Eddies on the island, bro. And I was like, oh, Jesus. I'm really blowing it with this guy. I started to get all flustery, and I was like, fuck. And I was just like, I just showed him my Airbnb, and then he just started scrolling through my Airbnb messages. He seriously was. And then he found Eddie's profile pic, and he like clicked on it, and then he showed it to me like, see, there's his number there. I was like, oh, sorry. So I wrote it down, and then I gave him the card back, and then he did the scan, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. They're not going to fucking arrest me. So I got through.
Those Raro passport people are so like grumpy, eh? They just hate you.
Oh, like man, all the blow-ins coming in.
But like I noticed that at Auckland Airport too. Like the New Zealand people are grumpy as fuck too.
I think it's just their job, right? They've got to be a little bit just scrutinize everyone, kind of, eh?
I always find the people at the passport control to be quite grumpy, but then the people at the biosecurity are all good. Like they're sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But yeah,
so
we got off the plane, and we jumped straight in the ocean, pretty much, didn't we?
Yep, straight in the ocean. Girls hung out on the beach, and there's a cool new addition of socials, isn't there, with the little food carts there, coffee carts,
Yeah, love the little pop up
burger
spots.
burger
Oh,
shop.
one more thing. This is the continuation of the fuck ups of Jolan.
Oh yeah, yes.
So we get to the
Yes.
and so I'm ready to pick up my rental car,
Oh,
and
we have a car.
I go over to the Island Bay hire,
Hmm.
and the lady's like, I don't have a booking for you. I was like, oh, you're joking. I was like, and then I looked on my phone.
You're
and
about to break, eh?
I was like, no.
Hmm.
I was like, no, please, no more dramas. And then looked at my phone, and I'd booked it for the next day. So I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Is there any chance I can get my car a day earlier and just charge me the extra day?
Yeah.
She's like rolling her eyes like, oh, wait there. And she bloody rung her mate. She's like, yeah, this guy, can we get his car? Oh, yeah, we'll just have to give it a clean. Yeah, all right. So
Oh my God.
Addison's looking at me like, what are you doing? You're such an idiot father of mine. So we had to cross the road from the airport to the Island Bay thing and sit in their reception.
They were hot old reception.
Yeah. And then they didn't know what was going on because they were confused. And then a guy grabbed us and drove us to the other Island Bay the one near Edgewater. You know the one near Edgewater?
Yeah. So much labor intensity.
Bro. So we had to get taken to there, and where the lady was so cruisy. She just goes, here's your car. Just literally threw me the keys. I caught them. I was like, oh.
You're all flustered. You're
Yeah.
like, oh.
I was like, oh, do you want me to pay for it? She's like, nah, I've already charged you. And I was like, oh, all right. I was like, see ya. And she's like, yeah, see ya. I was like, fuck, okay. How cruisy's that, eh? Literally chucks me the keys in midair. So then yes, we ended up driving to did I go straight to socials or did I go to my accommodation first?
Geez, I was out in the water for like maybe 45 minutes to nearly an hour before you paddled out. So I'm not sure what you did. I was just like, we had all the suitcases. I was like, we'd be fine. And just fucking, we just, I just paddled. I just need to get in the water, and got some fun little 1 to 2 foot little kegs out at socials.
Yeah, it was a shame we never got any big socials, but that was the biggest socials day that we got was that little surf, and it was only 1 or 2 feet. But it was fun. Like it's always such a fun wave.
It is very cool.
Yeah,
Such a cool wave.
Yeah.
I still never scored good socials ever.
Oh, what a shame.
So, it's 5 trips there now. Never scored
17.
good socials. Oh, it was 24, but 24.
Yeah, my first trip. I've told you this before. My first trip with Wellesley and Rhino. Yeah, we got really good socials, eh?
Yeah.
Few times.
If we'd stayed like maybe 1 or 2 days more, we would have scored really good socials, which we saw Fortuona get.
I thought we'd get to that story later on as we go through chronologically. Yeah, what a shame.
Sorry. I'm sorry, mate.
That's okay. Don't be sorry. As we continue, we surfed again the next day in the morning, didn't we?
Yeah, it was poo-poos.
It was a bit too small. It was too small. It's just nice to hang out with Steve. It was like 1 foot barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, the next day, I believe.
No, it was the same afternoon.
Day.
It was that afternoon. Yeah.
We went and had a wave at old Edgewater, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was kind of pumping.
Bro, that was the best Edgewater I've had, actually. And it was good 2 to 3 foot. There was
play that clip, eh?
Is there a clip? Oh, did Fortune?
I saved that one that Fortuona put up.
Oh, you have saved it? Oh, cool. Yeah, mate. Do I need to give you the share access? I'm not sure.
Probably.
Probably. Advanced sharing options.
But it was pretty sick, dude. Like I haven't had good Edgewater like that. Like I've had real good Northwell Edgewater, but not South. Yeah, I was so blown away.
Mate, it's
I was
such
so
a fun wave.
blown away.
I got some good waves that session. It was good.
I
And
know you did.
Steve couldn't come out, could he? He came down and watched.
He was watching. He wasn't happy, eh?
Because why couldn't he come out again?
Oh, he had some dinner plan or something.
Yeah, oh, that's right. His mate was like, come round, I've cooked dinner. And Steve's like, oh, it's like 3:00. I think he just wanted to go for a surf. And his mate was like, yeah. Here it is. And this was
like 2 to 3 foot. Yeah,
this wasn't even one of the biggest ones.
It was like 2 to 3 foot, real heavy, real good.
Oh, that's so chippy though.
Edgewater. I know, it's just replaying. It's all good now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can just see you sneak out of that one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back. What I might do?
Can you go big screen on that, or is that already?
Nah, that's the best I can do.
Oh, shoulder hop in that section.
You still made a deepish barrel though.
Yeah.
Can't quite see it, but and then you got that dodgy end section at Edgewater that you know sometimes it'll link up. There was that one I missed. I had to call you into it because I was just a bit too deep. Do you remember that one?
I do.
Like, I wish I got that. I was just that little bit too. I just knew where I was sitting. I was like, I'm just not going to make that first section.
So yeah, that was really fun. Real fun edgies.
Yeah, that's a good still frame, eh? Like, yeah,
that's a nice shot. It's actually an underrated wave, eh? I reckon it fucking pumps.
Well, I don't know why it was so, because I've seen Edgewater in a lot of South Swells on trips there. It's just never been that good. It must have just been like the perfect angle for it to line up to the reef.
And it had the perfect wind.
Yeah, and it was just perfect wind. And yeah, I got a couple of little ones, but I didn't get the one I was looking for. And you just got like 5. I remember when I was paddling out. I wish I took my GoPro out.
Yeah,
because I was paddling out, and you were just in shorts. You'd forgotten your rashie.
Yeah.
And I just got over the reef, and then I look over, and old Joel's is dropping into like a 3 foot double up, and I was just like screaming, eh? It was sick. It was such a good view. Yeah.
So nice to surf some lefts too. Like, I hate lefts, but when you're actually surfing a quality left-hander, it's just lovely. It's like a whole new world.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I like Edgewater. It's not the best wave on the island, but
definitely not.
Do you know what I think, bro? I was talking to Brooksy about it. Because when I was in Raro last year, and everybody knows how skunk we got, is so depressed. I think that because I only checked Edgewater a few times, and I just wrote it off of that. Shit.
Oh, so it might have been cooking when you didn't even know about it, maybe.
And then I saw Peter one morning, and he was just like, "Where were you last night, bro? Edgewater was real good." And I was like, and I didn't even believe him. I was like, bullshit. Like,
man.
And then like, it would have been. I think there would have been a few days while we were there that it would have been good when the swell dropped, because basically the whole time we were on the island, it was fucking maxed out, But there was a few days where it dropped, and I think we cooked it. So,
guts.
Yeah. So that was, and then it just turned it, and then it just. Then we had the next day, and it was like similar Edgewater, but it was just a bit smaller. We're doing fun. And then
I'm trying to queue up a photo to share with you.
And then
the podcast people.
Yeah. And then what was it? We to surf fun little Edgewater, and then it was just like we had like, and then it was like 2 or 3 days, or about 3 days. It just found our time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Me too.
I really enjoyed just snorkeling every day apart from one day. Addison and I got super bloody sunburnt.
I remember that.
Yes. We got super sunburnt one day. I just saw your message. Heineken, please.
Oh fuck! Did I sent that to
someone else? Was that supposed to be soap? Was it?
Yeah.
Darling, I require a Heineken, please.
I know, lucky.
Very lucky.
Uh,
I'm just trying to send this photo so I can share a
Yeah.
little raro.
Actually, I want to find that clip. My favorite clip of the whole trip is, we'll get to it, but when I was when I spotted that, I was checking Brutaki with Steve, and that one just spat its guts out, and I was just like, Steve, we have to go.
Oh, that is the funniest fucking.
We have to go right now, and he was just laughing as well. We have to go.
Yeah. Steve, we've got to go right now. Steve.
I just got real like old dad.
Yeah.
Steve,
Hey,
we have to go.
Steve, pack your shit, mate. We've got to go, mate. We've got to go, Steve.
So
Steve.
that thing just spat its guts out. I was like, we've got to go. Now, I literally was in my gear in about 30 seconds after that, and you guys were like, oh, we'll get to that, because I love the story.
Yeah.
I do love that story.
But I just wanted to say a shout out to Pete. Love you, Pete. Didn't get to surf with you, but he was actually watching us out of Edgewater that day, on that 2 to 3 foot day, and he was like, I was watching you fellas, but I couldn't get out there. And he hooked me up with a snorkel gear that I got to use all week. So cheers, Steve. Cheers, Steve. Cheers, Pete. And yeah, it was cool. It's cool to see the bro. Share the love.
Yes, yeah. I feel a bit stink actually. I didn't go and say hello to him, and I don't know why. Yeah, I kind of just cooped it. Well, I just forget that he's at Edgewater.
Yeah. Well, I forgot too. But I was literally, Addison and I were going up to get some snorkel gear, and he turned around and he heard my voice, and he's like, Joel. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's right.
Sick.
That's right. You work here. I always forget that.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, he was just jamming on his ukulele.
He's such a cool dude.
Or ukulele.
And he rips too.
Fuck, he shreds, man.
Fucking rips.
Gutted I didn't get to surf with him. I was stoked to meet Ty, the young Grom from Raro, though. That was the first time I've met him. It was only briefly. I saw him one day for like 5 minutes and introduced myself, and then he's getting some good footage, which is cool.
Yeah,
get some clips.
It's funny, like he's been doing it for a couple of years, and he was real fresh Grom when he started, and now he's like getting proper barrels, growing up, getting some muscle on him.
Yeah,
I met him on our last day and had a good old chin wag with him and his mates. He disappeared. I was meant to give him my old board to give to the big fella that we met out at socials that morning. And then when we came in, because it was so dark, they must have bailed, and so I couldn't give him that board. Yeah, so I felt a bit stink about that. I should have maybe stashed it somewhere for them or something like that.
Hey,
yeah, board was pretty.
What'd you get up to? What did you get up to on your lay days, mate? In between the swells.
Well, we had a nice little dinner with the kids at your place.
Yeah, little Barbie.
And compared feet.
And
got a photo of that. It's quite good.
Did we also kind of fob off Steve pretty much every night?
That was probably the biggest controversy of the trip, eh? Because that was our plan going in, right? Our plan going in was to make him feel not good about himself.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. That was, we predetermined. We wanted him to feel unwanted.
Yeah, we wanted him to feel really shitty about his life.
It's a good photo. What the fuck's going on here?
Do you remember we were having that that chat about feet models and hand models?
Hand models. Because you've actually got really beautiful hands, don't you?
I do. I think I do, eh?
I think you've got nice hands. Yeah, and you were talking about how you could be a hand model, and then we were comparing feet. And I think I came out on top as having the nicest foot.
Yeah, there was something about my big toe that was weird, weirding you out, eh?
I got to admit though, because when Sophie put her foot up, I was like, "Oh, yep, that's nice." Don't know if she's got greatest feet, mate. I'll say. You have a look at them next time, mate. You'd have a look at them.
I don't. I hate feet. So like when
Oh.
she asked for a foot rub, I was like, oh,
Not now. I'm
yeah,
tired.
I'm like, yeah, 2 minutes. Feet gross me out, bro. Oh,
Oh, really? That doesn't bother me. I don't mind giving the odd foot rub.
so funny. I'm proud of wifey though. She got herself a boob watch, like one piece, that red one piece she was wearing.
Oh, yes.
The swimsuit, and lost
Yeah.
a bit of weight and had a bit of booty going. Good on her.
Yeah.
It
Looking
was
good.
good.
She's looking good. Just the feet need a bit of work, I think. Don't you tell her I said
I've
that
never
either.
noticed her feet, eh? Like, well, I don't even. I hate feet. What was going on with their feetos?
No, just a bit clubby, just a little bit squarey, you know? Like an old Dutch clog, you know?
Oh,
Like
how is that dude Rory talking about Fortunatus misses, eh? Fuck, he was so
Oh.
horny for Fortunatus misses. He's like, fuck, I wish I met her when she was hot.
Oh,
So do you remember when he said that? I said to Fortunato, I was like, you should hit him. Fuck.
I can't remember that. No, that was
Just
cool.
for the record, Shay is hot. So
Definitely. So we got to hang out with Steve. We got to meet Steve finally after talking about him for a few podcasts. And
years.
you know, he's for years now, and he's it was good to see him surf. I was pleasantly you know, confirmed my suspicions that yes, he surfs good. So that was cool. And what was funny, was this little conspiracy, because like we had this little group chat that I retitled "Two Fat Guys in a Jaffa," and
he took it to heart, eh?
what, the Jaffa thing?
I don't like just like there was because like we had those like few days in the middle there where we didn't see him.
Yeah.
I felt bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
I felt
because
bad
it
for
was
that.
he would message us every night and be like, beers, ? Or what he's up to, boys. And we were just busy just doing our own thing, and I wasn't checking my phone heaps. And then like 3 or 4 hours would pass, and then I'd be like, oh no, just having a quiet one tonight. And he must have been thinking, what the fuck is wrong with these fucking weird South Islanders, eh? Like, I'm a New Zealander as well. Wouldn't you just want to hang out and have a few beers?
Well, we did. We had some like
we did, but not every night.
Not every night.
We probably only did it like twice, did we?
It was about 3 times, I think. We had a couple of hangouts at Edgewater, and then that nice night at his place.
Yeah.
Cool. And so Tui had the time of her life playing with his girls.
Yeah, with his kids. Yeah,
that was cool.
Awesome.
No, I kind of wish we did hang out a little bit more. I think it's also because we're just in that dad. He's a dad too, but we're just I don't know. We're used to doing our own thing, hey, and then just coming together every now and again.
Yeah,
and then and so that was our natural rhythm. But I talked to Steve about it. I was like, bro, please don't take it personally or anything. We're just kind of kooky. Yeah. We're just kind of fucking useless, really.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't like to socialize every night, to be honest. It starts to my brain just fucking gets hammered by too much interaction, eh? I like to have like nights off where it's just me and the kid, and then then maybe the next night go and see someone or do something.
I'm the same.
Yeah, you're the same. Yeah,
I'm the same. I've only got so much social energy.
Yeah, same, bro. It's a true thing.
When we were having the good old chats with Steve about because he's been through the chrono as well, different type of chrono.
Yeah,
but he's been through the chrono as well, and when he was a young man, in his early 20s.
Yeah,
and so we had a good old
that story. Yeah,
chat about that.
Yeah, because we'll definitely get him on the potty.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get him to redo that story. We got some good stories out of him,
Dude,
but we'll
I got
get
to
yeah.
I got to
Carry
tell
on.
you one thing. So we were having a beer at Edgewater, and he was showing me these photos on his phone that he's never released. But anyway, there's one, and it's at the spot that he surfs,
Mm.
and it's of him hucking a massive air reverse, like perfect creeks, like proper flow, and it's just he's just got it for him, and I was like, bro, you got to release that, eh? Like
Oh,
that was so sick.
that's a bit of a
Yeah,
tease, eh?
it was like one of the best shots I've seen in New Zealand booging for
Wow.
maybe ever, bro.
Yeah,
In
he showed
terms
me.
of a maneuver,
Mm,
yeah,
he showed me another few clips too of his mates when they were doing some toes, like full fucking flung out air revs and innies, eh? It's cool.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah.
jet ski crazy. I wish I'd got into it. I feel like I'm too old now to get a jet ski.
I think. What are you talking about? You're never too old. We could get one right. I'm planning to get one next year for us.
I wish I'd got one 10 years younger, like so I could actually learn how to drive the fucking thing and get real, good at it. But
Why can't you do that now?
I suppose I
Why?
can. I suppose I can.
Because I'm fully probably going to commit to it next year.
Nice. I probably can't do anything. I've got to save up for Addison's first car and all sorts of expensive things coming up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's expensive. So, I mean, and as you're older, those are the things you can afford though as well. So
that's right.
when you're young, it's like fucking so hard to afford anything like that. So
Yeah.
But I was talking to Steve about it heaps when I was in Rara. I was like, fuck yeah. That's my plan next year is to probably invest in one. Even if I have to like pay just, pay half it off or something like that. Just to I don't know. I'd just love to be able to just do little adventures, really. It can be surfing adventures on the coast and other places. Can just be family thing, just to have it ready to go,
How good would it be to have for down southwest and go and surf, that wave where it takes, like what is it, an hour and a half on a quad bike. But if you just went round from that other bay, it'd probably just take 20 minutes on the jetty, bro, on the jet ski. How good would that be?
I know.
That's probably the only reason I'd want one, and for the big random Cobden days.
I'd want one, so I'd want one for the Cobbo days, random missions that nooks and crannies that we know about, family fun. And do you know what? And people might laugh at me for this, but the Sumner Bar, I like the Sumner Bar pumps. I have seen guys get very good barrels out there, long barrels.
Is that the one that's like way out to sea?
Yeah. I've surfed it. I've paddled out there a few times in my life, and it's a long paddle. And I've got one really good barrel out there on the book. One really, really good barrel out there.
Cool.
The left. You paddle out off God, I can't even remember the name of the rock. You know that rock in Sumner that's got the fucking weather station on it or whatever next to Scarborough Beach, between Sumner and Scarborough Beach, and you climb up the rock. So you paddle out there, and then you break through the beach break, and then you pedal for like, I don't know, 15 minutes, and you get to the bar. And I just and there was probably like 5 or 6 guys out, and there was just like these like long less coming in that would double up on the inside, and I managed to snavel one. And but there's a right-hander that goes into the estuary, and I've seen guys tow that.
That's the wave that I was thinking. Yeah, that one. I've seen that one break. Only once, and I was like, "What the fuck is that? A wave out there?" And it was like a big long right-hander. Yeah, like way out to sea.
Yeah, and it pumps too. I've seen guys tow it and get good barrels out there.
So yeah, jet ski be good for that.
Yeah. So that's the plan.
Nice. Hey, back to Raro.
Yeah.
So lay day stuff. I went and did a couple of touristy things, which was cool because, the other times that I've been there is just, it's just for surfing. So I didn't do much touristy stuff. And saying that, I think it was the second trip. Or was it the first trip? We went and did the old cliche Have you ever done this before? Surely you have, where you go to the church on the Sunday and you
No,
oh, haven't you?
no, I haven't
Fuck.
done that.
I did that on my first trip and it was super cool. You just get to sit at the back with the other tourists and just get involved and just big island vibes, man, singing, big loud singing, and then you get to share some kai afterwards. So I've done that before, but this trip we did the old cliche Captain Tummers glass bottom boat cruises, and oh mate, it was so cheesy and yeah, super cheesy. But
Was it good though?
yeah, it was worth it. You definitely want
Yeah.
to do it as an experience.
We meant to do it, but I just cooked the booking.
The booking. Well, that was like me with the sea turtles, because I wanted to go and do the sea turtles as well, but I left that booking too late and there was no spots left.
Oh,
But yeah, that was fun. It was like went from 11 till 3, so it was a 4-hour experience. The first part was snorkeling, where these giant fish were, like big gurnard and yeah, heaps of cool big fish. That was cool. And then it's back to the island and you do the old, it's a lame, like there's one of the captains was like trying to do stand-up comedy and it was like, oh, cringy. Yeah, island vibes, eh? But it was cool, they did heaps of cool music, traditional drumming and ukuleles and just yeah, it was cool. It was and good food. But yeah, expenny, $100. And I was thinking about it. They probably pump out they usually get about 100 or 120 people a day. So that's, what's that? 12,000 a day. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
not bad.
Yep.
All those things are new too. Like, Sophie got lucky. We didn't do the turtle tour, but Sophie was snorkeling out the front of the Rarotonga Resort and came across a gigantic turtle out there, just a massive old turtle. So she was just buzzing, eh? Like, yeah.
How many whales did we see, bro, when we were out surfing too?
I've never seen so many whales out in the water there.
So,
and
like pretty much every surf at Rutaki there was whales.
Yeah.
And Edgewater, I think there was whales.
And like I think on the first day I surfed Rutaki, you guys had gone in and I was out with a couple of randoms. And I just I got my last wave and I just caught a wave over the reef and I stood up. And when I stood up and looked back, there's just a whale like maybe 100 meters away, just doing the full fucking aerial way. Just huge, like slow motion.
Yeah.
Just, it was insane, man.
Fucking majestic.
Never seen anything.
So majestic, aren't they?
Never seen anything like it, eh? And they did like maybe 10 jumps. I just stood there for like 20 minutes, just loving it, eh?
Yeah.
It was sick.
How's one of my lay days? I was getting fucking itchy, really needed to surf. So I was howling onshore at my side of the beach because I was staying by Muri, which is pretty much right in front of Avana. And I kept checking Avana even when it was howling onshore, and there's that little junky bowly left right at the front, not the right handers across the little lagoon part. It was this little chunky left. And one day I was like, fuck it, I'm going out. I just want to get wet. I'm sick of just eating food and getting fat, and I just wanted to paddle out. So I paddled out. It was like mid-tide, and it was fucking sketchy, man. It was howling onshore. And then there'd be these 3 almost 4-foot sets coming through, and I'll just be fucking freaking. I'm the only one out. It was dodgy. But it was fun. It was just good to get a bit of exercise and surf a few junky lefts.
I can't believe you did that, eh? Especially after that little wave that we discovered at that other place. And we could have probably surfed that the whole time, those lay days, eh? Like that wave was cool. I won't say where it is.
Don't mention it.
That was like such a surprise to see that. I was like, what? That's fucking fully like clean. It was in those conditions. Yeah.
The crazy thing, the moral of the story is don't go to Raro. It's shit over there, eh?
It's fucking shit.
No, we don't recommend it. Don't go there. It's super expensive.
I hate it.
Waves are terrible. It's a rip off. So don't go there. But
Shit. I hate
we
it.
did finish up
We're
the
only
trip.
going to talk about it for another
40 minutes.
hour. It's fucking shit though.
Do we wrap it up and talk about the end of the trip in the last few days?
Yeah. I want to talk about, and I want to talk about your brazen racist attack out of the water. I think we should probably start with that actually.
Jesus, what did I do? More racism.
It was
More
disgusting.
racism from me.
It was and we just finished talking about it too. You know?
What did I do? I can't remember now. I don't even know if you want to be telling this on the air. What was it?
Oh, it's just disgusting. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I remember now.
Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
I was not sig-hailing that wave, okay?
Yeah, you can deny it all you want, mate. You can take the Blaketown out of the boy. Blaketown out of shit. The boy out of the Blaketown.
Can't take the Blaketown out of the boy.
Can't take the Blake.
So,
look at that.
For the
A
listeners,
brazen West Coast.
Explain what it is.
Well, basically, you're sig hailing.
Yeah.
You know
what?
Me. It looks like you're doing it at me. Actually, I'm just in front of you there. You know, and I'm just ignoring you. You can see me just in front of you there. I'm just ignoring you. You know, like I'm actually really scared. I thought you might racially attack me or something.
It's a good-looking wave, though, isn't it?
What wave?
Is it just me, or has Steve got a chubby hand?
Oh, well, I tell you what, he's just got typical builder hands.
Oh, yeah, true.
Just being beat to a pulp, mate.
Yeah. Actually, when I look at my Uncle Boyd's hands, they're just fucking clubs.
Oh, it's just
like sausage fingers, man.
They're just beat to a pulp, mate.
Yeah.
Can't do much about that.
Okay, so the reality is,
I mean, that's extremely racist.
I used to be a skinhead, so I guess once a skinhead, always a skinhead, huh?
How is the Hawaiian dude in the wild? A bruddah in the wild.
I was actually quite pumped to meet an actual Hawaiian bro.
A native Hawaiian. And he just talked just like that you'd think they would, you know? Oh.
The full American with a little Hawaiian twang going on.
I just wanted to cuddle him.
He was so friendly and smiley and nice.
He called me brah.
Oh, mate. Are you accepted as a Hawaiian now, maybe?
He called me brah. I was just like...
He started welling up, tearing up.
Say that again?
Brother?
You call me brah? I'm your brah?
But that's the thing, eh? Like, a lot more Hawaiians are going to go there now because of the direct flight now that goes there.
I'm cool with that, eh?
I don't think the Raro locals would be too pumped on it, would they be?
I don't know. They probably like the Hawaiians more than the Aussies and the Kiwis.
Definitely the Aussies. I think they can handle. I think they handle us Kiwis pretty well because we're so similar in lots of respects. But yeah, I don't think they're super fond of the Aussies.
They don't love it. Yeah, they don't love the Aussies.
No. Who's to blame them?
Well, there was an infamous clip on a video many years ago where someone asked Kingy, what do you think of the Raro locals? He goes, drop in on him.
Did he actually?
Came out on a video.
Kingy, you arrogant fucker.
They must have had some sort of Barney with the locals when they were there or something.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and Kingy's doesn't hold back, eh?
He doesn't. It
was funny. So yeah, it was really cool just to meet the bruddah. He didn't last long out in the water because we were sort of being a bit annoying, I suppose. But
we met a couple of Aussie bugs. Or one was a cool fellow called Rory, who Steve had befriended, and then through Steve we'd befriended him as well. And when we first had that surf, he was out on a stand up, and there was some solid 3-footers coming through that day, eh? And how was his fucking prone skills on the stand up, mate?
He got 6 barrels, Howell barrels on the stick,
lying
going
down
prone. And I was the first out, so he was the first one out, right? And then I came out about maybe 10 minutes after him, and I was paddling around the corner, around the corner of the reef there.
Yeah.
And I saw the set come, and then I just see old mate just paddle, and I think, oh, he's gonna stand up here, and he just gets hung up in the lip. He just fully commits and grabs both rails, and then like airdrops just into the bottom of it, and then sort of like boogie grips it properly, and just gets barreled. And I was just screaming. I was like, that was the best surfboard prone barrel I've ever seen.
Yes. Well, see, we paddled out not much longer after you, and as I was just getting to the lineup, I saw him actually, get up at backhand and get a sick little 2.5 foot keg. Like, he rode it real nice. But then after that, he couldn't make many drops, and he was just proning it. And he was like, "Oh, I'm definitely bringing out the bug next time, boys." And then he did. Was it the next surf or the surf after?
No, the next morning he came out with the bug.
Yeah. And fuck, he's a good. You can tell he knows how to ride proper reef breaks because he comes from Shark Island.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell he's quite comfortable in the tube. Knows how to ride a tube, that man, I tell you.
Oh yeah, that was child's play for him.
Yeah.
They don't like that doesn't even, that's like a typical session for those guys, hey.
Yeah.
And it, like, that was pretty mellow. That was very mellow for us too, but for them it's just they've surfed so many heavy waves. I mean, it's like if we grew up in a place that had heavy reef breaks, we wouldn't bat an eyelid too. It's just such a novelty for us,
Oh mate, hey, all this different types of heavy, right? Fuck, bro. When I came home and I surfed Blaketown, it just reminds me how fucking heavy Blaketown is. Seriously, it's just there's different levels to heavy, eh? Like Raro's got a heaviness, especially to all the different waves, but fucking you come home and you cop a 4 foot Blaketown bomb on the head.
It's not. It's. I've had. We've all had that. You're paddling out and you just see it coming, and you're not on the spot. And you're like,
this is gonna hurt.
Fuck! And you're like,
bailing this one.
And you let go of the board, and it's just like, here comes the fucking 15 Mack trucks about to hit me, and it's just, oh yeah. No, we all know that feeling.
So, what was your biggest beating or wipeout in Raro this trip?
Well, I didn't really get any bad beatings, but I did get that kooky fat guy cheese grater across the reef. I wish you guys saw that. I've got the GoPro clip of it. I'll put it on. I'll put it on a YouTube video.
Oh, cool.
Because like, you can't see anything, but you can hear me going. I'm slowly getting dragged across the reef. So like, I'll tell the story. It was like, it was that morning session we had out at Rutaki. And I was like fucking having a bit of a mare. And to start with, anyway, I was having a bit of a mare. Took off on one, I was way too deep, and I was like, fuck. So I just straightened out, and I was really impatient. I was like, I just really want to get back out the back. I don't want to go around back into the channel and back around the corner. Like, I'll just straighten out and then I'll jump off. And it was low tide. It was that evening session, that's right.
Yeah,
it was pumping.
Yeah.
It was pumping.
It was really good.
And I straightened out, and I jumped off, like, duck off, and tried to duck through the back, and that didn't really work. And I came back up, and then another wave hit me and then just dragged me across the reef. But I was fine, and I was like, fuck, okay. And then I don't know how it actually really happened. And I got this wave, and then I was getting washed around. I tried to stand up, and I got my feet swept out from under me. And this is all happening in fat guy slow motion. This isn't like an intense, it's like 1 footers like around me. And I just slowly fall over, because I'm trying not to fall over. And I just slowly fall over onto my back, like onto my back on the reef. And then I just slowly, for about 5 meters, just get slowly dragged across the reef on my back. And the whole time I'm going, ah.
Like a piece of fucking flotsam, bit of driftwood, just fucking getting dragged across.
An actual beached whale. Like an actual beached whale. And then, because I was nowhere near the the channel. I actually ended up in the keyhole, and because it's dead low tide, the keyhole's deep in like a 30 centimeter gap, and then it's dry on either side of it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying, I'm trying to paddle out the keyhole while waves are hitting me. My back is screaming at me because I've just been like slowly cheese grated, and like I'm getting slammed into the side of the keyhole, like getting docked on the reef. I was like, for fuck's sake! And it's just from being impatient.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
Too amped. My biggest beating was the next morning, because the next morning was when the French bodyboarder was out, with the helmet.
Yeah. The Mad Dog riverboarding helmet.
Yeah, and he had some mate filming with a drone that day.
Oh, real?
Did you not see the drone?
No.
What? Oh, it was like buzzing. It was buzzing around for about half an hour.
Fuck, I didn't see it, eh?
Oh, crazy. I hope that footage comes out, because I think we all got some good waves while that drone was filming. So I don't know who to follow, but hopefully that footage sees the light of day. But yeah, anyway, I was this Frenchy guy got a really good wave.
Yeah.
And I just got mesmerized just watching the back of the wave, just like seeing if he.
That's right.
Yeah, I was just watching to see if he made the barrel, and then like I could feel like a presence, and I was like, oh fuck, I wonder what the next wave's doing. I turn around, and it's the biggest wave I've seen in the whole trip, like a proper. It was
like it was a 4 foot.
It was a
solid 4 foot double up.
Definitely, that was the only big, biggish wave in that session. And it broke straight on my head. And I was like, fuck, I'm not going to duck dive this. So I did the bail, and I was like, oh, how's this one going to go? So I got under it, and it just picked me up and somersaulted me. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to hit the reef, man. Like,
That's
this is horrible
feeling.
This is going to be bad. Like, because you know what's on the bottom. You know that, like, if you hit that reef, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I did 2 cartwheels underwater, and then I popped up and I was like, oh, fucking thank God. And then there was another big one. So I managed to get just under that. And I love those like bails where you go under and you open your eyes and you can actually see, the whitewash and the little wee clear spot where you're like, oh, you aim for that little clear bit and then, just wait. Yeah. So my biggest beating was fucking stupid as well.
You didn't hit the reef, eh? Like once?
No, didn't hit the reef once. My only time I fucked myself up a few times on the reef, which was just doing the fat boy lazy, paddling instead of getting up and walking at socials.
Fatty lazy.
Just fatty lazy.
Fatty lazy.
And that was on day 1 and day 2. Like the first 2 sessions at socials, I fucking cut my knees up both times.
I didn't hit the reef like on a wave at all, even on those dead low tide sessions at Rutaki. Yeah. There was one I was so fucking. There was like one I was in a barrel for quite a bit, and then just at the end, it like I just swallowed me up, and then when it does that, and you ride it right into the end, and there's just very little water left in the trough of the barrel, and fucking I just hit it, and I was like, no, why did you do that? And I just got thrown over with the lip, and I was like, here we go. It's low tide. I'm about to eat the whole reef. And I just landed, and then I just lightly touched it with my back and then popped up. I was like, oh, thank God. I didn't even get a cut.
What was your wave of your trip? What was the wave of your trip?
Oh, what was the wave of my trip? It was probably the first. No, it was probably the second session when I didn't take the GoPro out, and I got a good size set wave, and it was just one of those ones where you really got a motor for the end, and just really, it was like a real speed line, and then just made a real nice sizey barrel, and just a little bit of spit. I
was out that session, and I remember you got into a good rhythm there for a while where you were getting like the rotation, the priority rotation. You got about 4 or 5 like sets in a row. It's good when you fucking get that, when you like You get that good rotation going, when you're just sort of waiting your time, like, and then you get like if you're on like for me, I think I was on the other end of that rotation. I was like always getting the smaller ones, and just getting a bit antsy. Like our
Yeah,
that other Aussie bodybuilder Justin, he was keen,
oh
mate.
my God, he was all over it.
He was keen. He was taking all the scraps.
That guy was proper fit.
Oh yeah, he was.
That guy was proper fit, like in terms of surf fitness. He could motor around the. I didn't mind him because he didn't get in the way, and he was nice enough. So
no, I didn't mind him. I thought he was a cool guy, but fuck me, he just did not know how to chill. He was like any wave that came through, he'd be going. But he wouldn't.
I didn't mind
would
it.
Never. He would never wait for the big ones. Really, he was just like, I'm going this. I'm going this. I'm going this.
Yeah. I'm just finding this video of you. And then the best wave I got it. You got in front of me of the whole trip. Fucking GoPro froze. It was so annoying. But this is a sick clip. I've got some. I've cooked it. I meant to get all of the clips off my GoPro before tonight, so we could look at some clips. Well, but
my next question was going to be: have you got enough clips to actually do a little edit or nah?
Like a little minute-long clip.
Oh yeah.
A little minute-long clip. Yeah. But this is. I'll do that. Because I was proud of you though. You were ripping on the knee.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, you're ripping on the knee.
Oh yeah, it was good. I got a few little barrels.
Oh, that one you got on our last night.
Oh yeah,
that was so sick. Anyway,
that was
K-Max logged out by now.
He's gone. K-Max like, fuck, I don't want to hear about Jolan getting dropped knee barrels. I'm out.
This is a sick one though.
Little smaller one, little wee 1.5 footer.
Oh, there's your little. Oh, I didn't quite get you. You can just see your thing.
You can just see my hand there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little cute little inside one, little pump.
And this was a little cutie. I'll do that later.
Yeah, cool.
My favorite clip of the trip, and I'll play that now because it was so funny. I want to tell this whole story because
do it.
Well, you and I had a blowout that morning. No, was it the morning before? I got shitty at you. I got real grumpy at you.
Yeah, and I got grumpy back. Yeah.
Right, so where's this video of Fortuna? Here we go. For me, when I'm in Raro, I don't care if it's 1 foot. I'm going to go out. Like, I'm just going to enjoy being in the water. Anyway, we hadn't surfed for like 3 days. And then it was the Thursday morning when the swell was starting to rise for Rutaki, and we did a Dawny. But I knew it was still going to be small. I knew it was still going to be small.
As did I. Yep.
And so I said to John, I said, I'm going out no matter what. I don't care. I need to get in the water. I haven't been in the water for like 3 or 4 days. And then you were like, oh, it's small. And I was like, well, fucking yeah, I know it's small. and then you're saying that and just giving the nego vibes.
I was.
Which I get in trouble with you all the time when I give nego vibes.
Yeah. And
then so you're giving hell nego vibes, and I was like, fuck's sake, I'm just going out. And then I get a text from Fortuna at the same time as your nego vibes, and Fortuna's like, oh, it's small boys. And I was like, nah, fuck this. And I said to you, what did I say? I was just like, just fuck up.
No,
going out.
You didn't say that. You said something like, oh, what was it? It was just like, I think you just called me out on being negative, and I fucking sort of nutted back, and I said, well, it's hard to stay fucking positive when it's 1 fucking foot. And you were like, oh, fuck's sake.
I'm just going out. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Like, and anyway, so this video that I'm about to share is the afternoon. So in the morning it was like 1 foot.
But you didn't paddle out that morning, did you?
Yeah, we did. We both paddled out.
We all
paddled out. Even Fortuna came out. Yeah.
No, that was the next day, wasn't it?
No. We surfed that morning as well. Yeah.
I'm sure we checked it one morning and we both didn't go out.
Yeah, we did that. There was
The
one
first
morning that
morning.
and we're like, nah, that's shit. But we're not going out there.
And the second
But it
morning was when I was being a little bit negative again, and you were like, "Nah, we're going out."
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'd actually said to you at the start, I was like, "I'm coming out with you," but I was just commenting that it was fucking small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just over the comments.
Yeah,
I was so sick of the comments. I was
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
no,
But
this
you were
was the
right.
morning.
You were right. We just needed someone to motivate us to get out there.
Well, what was weird? So this is where I scored 50 XP and you dropped down 100 XP. It's because so I don't know why your mindset. I was keen to hear what your mindset was, because your mindset was a bit weird. Because what happened, right? So I said it was in this video that I've teed up. This is in the afternoon, like of the good day, and it was like 4 o'clock.
We'd already surfed that morning.
Already surfed like pretty good
Pretty
in
fun.
the morning. And then I said for Jolan, like, let's go check Rutaki. And he was like, oh, it's pretty low tide. Like,
Yeah.
oh, mate, I don't give a fuck. Like, I've surfed out there at low tides. And then sorry, my camera's fucked out. Okay. Yeah. So Jolan.
Yes, Benjamin.
Just let me play this video. Okay, let me play this video.
Yeah.
Let me play this video.
Okay.
Even though the sound won't play.
You've already done this before on this episode.
I don't know. Okay, anyway, just Jolan. Watch this video.
Yeah.
Okay. After it starts 15 times.
Okay. Yes, I'm watching.
So
little right-handers.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a 3-foot set.
Yeah.
Spits its guts out.
Indeed, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we know it was pretty much dead low tide.
Probably an hour after. Yeah.
Hour after.
Yeah.
Why? Where do you get the goal?
Oh, you're not bringing that call back, are you?
Where do you get the goal to pull up and be like, oh, it's a bit low. And also, I saw it down the other passage was a bit bigger.
Well, it was. I was just saying it because that was the truth. I'd driven past and it was bigger towards that other side. Not other side, but just down the road.
And then what did I say, Jolan?
Can't remember. You tell me.
I said to you, that's good, Jolan. I'm glad it's bigger down there. I'm going to go out here now. And you're like, and you looked at me and you go, oh, okay.
Is that exactly what I did, was it? I looked at you and went, oh, okay. Fuck off, I did.
And then what happened when you paddled out? What happened when you paddled out?
Remind me.
I got the old West Coast from you.
I was like, I'll take my head off to you, dear Benjamin. I'll take my bloody head off to you. Yeah,
what?
I'll take your head off because, hey, you know what? Not a bad tide right there, is it? Not a bad tide.
Fucking made me laugh. You were peeking about the tide so big. Oh, it's a bit low. It's so low. The fuck up, cunt. Just paddle out, you pussy.
Oh.
Like, the whole time I was paddling, I was laughing. I was like, this cunt's fuck. I was half expecting you to paddle out the other shit passage that had that fat surface wave. Like, oh, fuck, that made me laugh. And then just when you got a real good barrel when you paddled out, and you just like, hey, I tell you, good on you, Hodgie.
Yeah. At least I didn't say I fucking knew it was going to be good out here. I told you, Hodge.
I wish you knew. I wish you knew the rules, eh?
That was another one of the sayings of the trip. You're not a rose.
You're not the rules.
You're not a rose.
You're not the rules. Fuck, that was funny.
But hey,
So
it was
my-
great. It was great to
yeah.
finish the trip on about what did we get? 4 good surfs out there.
For
Yeah.
pumping, what I call pumping,
Yeah.
when it's tubing, when it's consistent as and it's heavy and the boys are having a good time, good vibes.
Yeah.
I call that pumping. Yeah.
Do you know what broke my heart though? Was, we did get skunked in the essence of literally the day after we went home.
Oh.
And this 2 or 3 days after we went home, what happened? A little jump up and swell.
Oof.
And socials, and looks like around the corner from Rutaki and all those spots did kind of turn on, eh?
Yeah,
It's a roll of the dice. What can you do?
it's a shame. It's a shame,
It's
It's
a
a
shame.
shame.
It's a shame.
I mean,
Que será? Que será?
It's a
será?
it's a shame.
It's a shame.
It's a shame,
What is that? Is
Yeah.
it Japanese?
It's a shame.
Oh.
It's a shame,
It's a shame.
Hey,
Hey. Oh,
it's a shame.
is Italian now? We're going to Italian Japanese. I'm confused.
Bit of a shame, eh?
What about Mexican? It's a bit of a shame, yeah.
Jolan, if you keep eating all of the milk and all of the butter, you will roll around in the water like a water buffalo. Nigerian?
Yeah. Oh,
Was it?
a little bit.
It's a shame.
Oh, Jesus. Are we done with Raro yet?
Fucking Kevin McAllister's done with Raro, mate, and he's done with us,
He's
mate.
done with this chat,
He's
bro.
so done with fucking
Done with
us.
this chat.
He's like that.
Steven said that Kevin is a dick. I'm just making stuff up. Should we? I'm just kidding. Should we throw Steve under the bus and just make up some lies about him, eh? Oh no, your camera's fucked out again.
What the fuck's happening with my camera?
Oh, it froze and now it's slow mo. It's so shit, Murray.
What's happened?
Honestly, it's so bad right now.
What happened?
It's still not linked up properly.
What's happened?
It's just lag central, mate. Full
You
on
know, Jolan?
lag.
Jolan?
What?
Isashi.
Oh, it's caught up now. It's caught up.
I don't know what happened there, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying when my Zoom completely had a fucking seizure?
I was just saying, it'd be funny if we just start throwing Steve-O under the bus, like start saying that Steve-O is writing off all these Auckland bodyboarders,
How's that shit? Steve, I was talking about Daniel Cariopa, eh?
Yeah. Steve was saying that Gavin Murdoch's gay or something, Just make some shit up. Start a big fucking gossip central.
How's it like Steve was saying Rankin Surf Report sucks cock?
Yeah. Steve was saying that fucking Mike Stewart sponsored him for 4 years, eh?
Steve was saying that he's the biggest charger in New Zealand bodyboarding history.
Steve was saying that he's pioneered so many waves up in the East Coast that no one even knows about, eh? What are you queuing up now on the old videos?
There we go.
Little prone pit?
There we go.
This is a little prone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love Chippy.
Oh,
Yeah. The
it's
cute
Chippy.
little wee. That's lovely.
Is
That's
it caught
lovely.
up yet, or is it still Chippo?
A little bit chip suey. No, you get the idea. You get the idea. That's just a lovely, perfect wave, isn't it? It's one of those. It's one of those waves where it's just how deep do you want to get? How deep? Did you hit the lip out there, mate? Did you do any roly polies?
I was telling you about that backflip I tried, and you're like, "Oh, was it good? Was it a good try?" And I was like, "No, it's more like It was
Fat
more
flip.
like watching. It's more like watching a fat guy, like sort of
Jump on the
skid-
trampoline.
just skidding on a hydro slide, you know. I did a couple of rollos. And fuck, I
Yeah.
did one roll
Mm.
where like when I landed real hard on my board and like hit my
Oh,
board.
old
And because I
headbutt.
got the GoPro in my mouth, the
Oh.
GoPro went like deep throated me, like hit me in the back of the throat, and it fucking
Jesus.
hurt. Yeah.
Christ. Scary, mate. Well,
Yeah,
do you
that
like that?
was-
Do you like the mouth mount? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't.
Ah.
I like it. I really like it. It's
Okay.
just so. I just don't even know it's there really.
Right.
Unless I get out of breath. If I'm really
Yeah.
out of breath, I'm like, oh fuck, and I'll just sling it over my back.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's slinging around though, like, is that a danger if you're like, what if the fucking massive wave comes? What are you gonna do? Keep it in your mouth or put it on the sling out the back?
I usually just keep it in my mouth. It's really easy because you're always biting down anyway, so it's really easy to keep in your mouth. You know.
Okay. All right.
Fucking Nate Florence, he uses his one with no leash at all. Just he'll be at it like 10, 20 foot chopes, paddling it with just the bite mount, and that's it. And he just keeps it in his mouth the whole time.
What the fuck?
Wild,
That's
eh?
weird. No tether.
So yeah, it's crazy. So I think that wraps it up, really, man. I
Yeah,
do
let's
have a
wrap it
crazy
up.
story to tell you though. So
Tell me.
So we get a really so we leave Raro that night. Oh, and you had the blowout at the airport too. So
should we finish
two
that too?
two
Yeah.
blowouts to finish the trip.
Yeah.
I'll start with. Actually, you start because chronologically yours happened
Okay.
first.
And also, we do have to mention that
It's a shame.
it's a shame. It's a
It's a
shame
shame.
that Jolza forgot the podcasting gear as well. So no
I wanted to do one with Ty, Fortuona.
Raro podcast
Peter?
because Jolza completely forgot. I brought my laptop but forgot the microphones and the cables.
Your fap top. Do you
And
have
my
some
fap
wanks? Do you have some wanks in Raro? Because I don't do much fucking when I'm Raro because I literally just get too hot. I just get too
Imagine how
fucking hot.
sweaty you'd be. Like Sophie's riding on top, and you're just like a fucking puddle down there. Like,
Jab it a hut, eh? Just jab it a. Just jab it a hut, eh?
Hodgo the Hutt. Fucking. Yeah. Old Hodgo the Hutt. I just had a couple of sneaky. Hodgo the Hutt. Is that going to be another new nickname for you now?
I'll do that.
Because it's got the H as well. Hodgo the Hutt. We've got a few good names, mate. A little Podge, fucking.
Oh, it's a shame.
It's a shame. Sorry, podcasting gear, forgot that. But anyway, at the end of the trip, I was so fucking tired, bro. Because we'd surfed like morning and night, and then morning and night. So 2 days in a row, and we're up early. And I was also like going snorkeling with Addison in the middle of the day and doing heaps of shit, like filling the days right up.
Fill in the cup.
And then the last day, you've got to stay awake till fucking, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Easy
and so I was in the airport lobby, and I went and checked in, right? And then the lady was like, swear to God, she said to me, oh, that oversized board bag, you've got to bring that back at 1:45. Okay. And I was like, oh, okay. I was just tired and delirious. I was like, 1:45. Okay. I was like, oh. And then I was like thinking, like, that's 15 minutes before the plane leaves. How the fuck are they going to get the board bag onto the plane? Anyway, I started falling asleep in the chair. Me and Addison both had our headphones on again. And you'd already, like, I just didn't even think to walk through the customs part into the actual
where the lovely air conditioning was as well. Yeah.
And we're sitting down on these haggard seats, sweating up a storm. I was sleeping. And apparently my name was getting called over the fucking
I could hear it.
system. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just had this horrible feeling. I looked at my phone and you're like, bro, why are you not in here? And I was like, oh, what? And then a lady was looking over at me and I walked over and I was like, have you been calling my name? And she's like, yeah, is your name Jolan? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, we're waiting for you to get checked in. I was like, oh, what the hell? The lady told me 1:45. She was like, no, it's 12:45. I was like, oh, far out. So anyway, got the board in, got into the airport, finally got some air conditioning and got to sit in front of you guys. But that was almost a fuck up as well.
It's unbelievable. You look so fucking rinsed when you came through,
I
eh?
was so tired, bro.
You look so rinsed.
Just burning the candle.
Yeah. So anyway, we got our flights. No delays. We were sweet. Got through to get our flight home from Raro. That was all good. The Air New Zealand, always fly Air New Zealand. Don't go on Jetstar. They are. Oh, and I earned gold. Hey, on that flight, I earned gold status on me airpoints, bruh.
Oh.
That's Koru Club for life.
Oh man, why do you get all the Korus?
Oh, not for life, but it's like a year.
You pulling the fucking moderate Mary card here? What's going on?
No, fucking for a combination of lots of flying through work, and I pay all my bills and stuff with my American Express, which earns lots of Air New Zealand points. Got up to gold. Anyway,
you're a special man.
I was just stoked to get that. That was cool. And you get 2 free upgrades each year to up to another cabin class.
Wow, extra leg room, man, coming right up.
No, like business. You can get business for freebo. Yeah, so I got to work out how to use that. I think you only get one per year. Okay. 1 free upgrade.
Right. So we went from 2 down to 1. There's the truth. Okay.
Yeah. You don't get any.
I love your stories. Fuck. For you, the listeners out there.
I thought it was 2.
You've got to take Hodgo's stories and just minimize them by about 50%, and then you get the true readings on pretty much everything you say. Just minus 50%, and then we're good.
That was 1. It's definitely 1. I was thinking it might have been 2, but it was 1,
It's funny because when we were over in Raro, I called you out on something, and Sophie's looking at me, just shaking her head, going, oh, I'm glad that you know too, Jolan, because me and you know what he's like with his stories. And I was like, fuck, I know. He's such a shocker.
Oh God.
Sorry, you saying something? What are you going to finish up on?
So anyway, the flight home was all good to Auckland, and then we cruised through customs. That only took 45 minutes, which wasn't too bad. Got to the domestic terminal, had some food. That was all good. I shit my pants.
Always.
That was nice.
This story, yes.
And fucking
haven't heard this yet.
I got home. We got to the airport and in Auckland. And I saw flights started to get cancelled. I was like, fuck, down the South Island. I was like, fuck, what's going on? You'd already got your flight. Yeah. And then I checked the weather at home and I saw it was gale force northerlies. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I said to Sophie, we'll be lucky to get our flight here. And anyway, we got on, no worries. And then about halfway home, when we're at 30,000 feet. Yeah. We just hit this turbulence, and the air hostesses, they had to go and sit in their strap into their seats.
Strap-ons, yeah.
And strap-ons. And one of the air hostesses, she was standing we're in the middle of the plane. She was standing in the middle of the aisle, and then the pilot was like, air hostess, back to your seats. And she turns around to walk, and we hit this massive air pocket, and then go up, and then just drop. You sort of ride them horrible like that, and people were like, oh, the whole crew thing. And Tui is a fucking maniac. Tui was laughing,
Tui?
Yeah.
No
Me
way.
and Sophie are freaking out. We're like, it's okay too. And she's like, I know it's okay. She's like, yeah.
Loving it.
She's like, "Hey, yeah. And then
More, please.
anyway, the air hostess, she gets thrown into, luckily the seat was empty next to her.
Oh,
She just gets thrown into it. Like she like sort of but
Jesus.
like controlled fooled into it, you know?
Yeah. Whoa.
And then she sat there for like 10 minutes before she could. So we just had pretty major turbulence.
Shit.
And then it went calm. And then so I thought, fuck, we'll be right here. And then just as we were, descending to land, the pilot comes over the thing, goes, oh, just strap yourself in, guys. We're probably gonna hit. It's gotta be pretty bumpy coming down.
Yeah.
And I said to Sophie, I said, oh yeah, it's gonna be, and she just looks at me and she goes, and she looked a bit grey.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh no.
Pale.
Oh no. And then so we've got like maybe close to 10 minutes left before we've got to land, and she starts going. So luckily people are handing me sick bags, bro, because we run out. Like, so she's got the first one and she baths into it.
Yeah.
And then on the second go around, she must have fucked because we were getting bumped around. It was real bumpy.
Yeah.
She must have pulled it, closed it. And so she spewed, and then it just went over her face, bro. And it was like mochaccino spew, because we'd had iced mochas in the airport, and it was over me, all over her face. She's shaking. It's like there's kids in the row in front of us. I was like, oh my God, I'm sweating. And then I start, because someone's spewing up on me, and I'm starting to feel fucking queasy. And then I grabbed Sophie's jacket. I have to wipe her face down with that. I got to wipe the chair down in front of me. I got to get her another sick bag. And then I look over, and here's Tui. And Tui's just starts going, yeah. Because before she spews, this is her thing. Before she spews, when she's car sick, she screams.
Oh no.
And she starts screaming, and then she starts tearing her clothes off because she gets too hot. When you're about to spew, so I'm in the aisle seat. I've got one hand on Sophie's face, with her head in a bag. Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm reaching over, and on my left hand, I've got Tui, and I'm holding the bag up to her head. I'm pretty much putting the fucking her head in the bag.
Yeah.
And it was just chaos. And then there was other kids going behind us.
They spewing too.
Yeah, the kids are spewing. Fucking, oh, mate. It was the most stressful fucking thing, but it was just so.
Oh, good work that you didn't spew, because imagine the three of you, you'd be fucked.
Oh, when Sophie really went, I was just like, oh, hang on. Fucking, I just had to, I was just just sack it up.
Hold it together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we got the turbo as well, bro, because we were an hour before you guys. Yeah, it was a good turbo, man. Good turbo. And we were coming in just on the descent. And it was good bumps. I was like, the lady next to me, she was like, oh geez, haven't had good turbos.
I think it got worse throughout the day.
Yeah.
The wind and because I've never felt turbulence like that at such a height. It's that 30, we just must have gone through some sort of cloud thing, or I don't know what the fuck, but Jesus Christ, it was wild, man. Even I was holding on to my seat, fucking hell, that was intense.
No, we didn't get anything up that high. We just got it on the way in.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of other photos to share just from Raro before we go, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm just going to show you an example of my haggard leg. This is what you can expect if you are lazy and you try to paddle in at a certain reef break, and you don't actually just decide to stand up. My little tip for young players or old players is to just stand up, you lazy fat cunt, because otherwise you're going to scratch the fuck out of your knees, okay, and your legs. So that's that one. Now, the next photo, I want to show you why is my head so crook. This is this segment. I need to how do you zoom in on this?
I don't know.
How do you zoom in?
It's rough though. I don't like looking at it. It's upsetting me. Not Jimmy Campbell.
Oh, mate. Let's see if I can take a snip of it. And then we can zoom it up. Let's get a fucking zoom. Because I've zoomed this in and there's just something wrong with my head, eh?
Looks like, yeah, you and Brooksy have both got like these haggard potato heads.
No, but it's my eyes, bro. Why do I look?
Oh, yeah.
Can we zoom in on this?
It's a shame.
Fuck. It's a shame. I don't know how to fucking use a computer.
It's just crow's feet, mate. You just like, do you know what you could use?
I wish I could zoom in on that.
You could use some Boto on there, eh?
Here we go. Look.
Look at the state of those eyes, mate.
I can't see anything.
What do you mean?
Have you zoomed in? Because I was still seeing the same photo.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry. Let's zoom in here, mate.
Come on, mate. Oh, it's fucking rude, eh?
That's Down syndrome, eh? That's I reckon that's a couple of chromosomes away from Downy, eh?
If I was in the restaurant, I actually would have said, "Can you please ask that man to leave?" Because he's making me want to throw up my dinner. Like, it's disgusting. Look at your crowies, mate.
Bro, look at those crowies, man. David
How
Crowe.
are those?
They call me David Crowe, bro.
How are those Sheryl Crows?
They call me the White Crow, bro. The White Crow from Cobden.
The Great White Crow.
The White Crow. Right, I can't. I'm sick of looking at your face. I better go.
Here's
A nice photo. Here's a lovely photo. She's got very beautiful eyes. Your Wahine.
Is he?
Very beautiful eyes.
Do I look good? Do I look a bit fat, eh?
No, you're doing a good pose there. Doing a good pose.
Betty.
Better than my fucking haggard Down syndrome face. I won't put a photo of Addison up on the internet because you need people's consent for that kind of thing, and there's no way I'll do that. Okay, so I'd like to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for listening and watching. A couple of shout outs. One to our friend Sean Rose on the Baker's Punk podcast. If you haven't already tuned into that, give them a follow. He's had some really cool guests on, and it's going to be a very interesting podcast coming out next week with some drone on there.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to do a sneak attack, eh?
And also shout outs to the Jolan Tim podcast. They just pumped out another one just recently, which is great.
Congrats on 150, boys.
What was it? 150?
150s came out this week.
We still need to do something for our 50th. It'll be coming up in about 2 or 3. If you can.
It's like our 48th. We got to do something.
Oh, we talked about just gate crashing Brooksy's batch, at Akaroa.
Oh, we can't do that. He's renting it out now.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just do something. Maybe even just on the West Coast, we could get a rental or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
my camera, sign of the times, the camera's finally fucked out.
Hodgo the Hutt. I'd like to say goodnight to you. Thanks to all our listeners and subscribers and followers. We love you.
Bye.
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 It's a shame.
It's a shame.
Good man.
Gotta get those levels right.
I'm a sick man. I go out. I don't even.
Here we go.
Man, swear.
Oh, fuck, blew it. Ready?
Man, swear. I mean, 3 man slow.
This time, third time lucky. Go.
Man, slow.